This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Link Up Podcast with yours, Mr. King, Kana Woods. We got Kalissa and Rashid here in the building as well, full house today. And as y'all can see, this is one of the episodes where we have no guests, so this is just us talking about what happened in the news, pop culture, and anything else that we felt compelled to talk about. So that's what's going to happen today.
In Wood's case, it's a whole bunch of plants.
Pretty much, yes. Free the animals.
He's a vegan.
Let my people go,
Let your people. You mean let your people grow?
What animals?
Yeah, let them go and grow. Let them eat free.
Let them be free.
Yeah, that's a good question. You talk about the animals or the plants?
Both. Let my people grow.
What happens when there's an overpopulation of animals? What then?
There's already an overpopulation of animals.
Humans are animals.
Yes.
We got too much of us.
Boom. Fair enough, but I'm talking about just like wild animals aside from humans.
And what would be
the only reason there's too many wild animals is because they have to make a lot of them for us to eat.
It depends which wild animals you're talking about, obviously.
Yeah, we're not eating wild animals as well, Wood, so your point kind of...
What do you mean?
We don't eat wild animals.
I'm obviously not talking about the wild animals. There's not an overpopulation of wild animals.
You just say
this starts so weird. I think this is my fault.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. What did I say? Maybe I said it wrong.
No,
Repeat what
I understood what he said. I don't know. Maybe you interpreted different. He was saying basically that the only reason it got so many of like...
You can hear about
like, is like because we just like breed them to eat,
Yeah. And that's what I was saying, where that's not true, because those not wild animals no more. Those are domesticated farm raised. That's not wild animals.
But that's what I mean. I said the only there's not an overpopulation of wild animals.
I feel what you're saying.
I don't know if
it was how you phrase it,
or
how
you said it was the reason there are wild animals is because we're doing that. And I was like, that don't make no sense. Those ain't wild animals.
No, what happened was he was reacting to what Rashid was saying. So like hypothetically, if they were anyways,
so this is the intro of the podcast.
Welcome to the Link Up Podcast. I am not your host.
Oh no. Alright.
Okay, let's go.
Actually, was one of them. To be quite honest, I was seeing if Woods would go there with his segue because he said he wanted to talk about vegan shit, but it seemed like he didn't catch the baton with that one.
No. That's why.
See, this is why you need meeting your
But
diet.
then I feel like we just skip past the plugs, the things that you say you didn't feel like plugging that.
To
Woods.
Yeah, that is true too. So you go through.
Okay.
Where you got Woods?
Bye. What a start. Okay.
I want to start over. We said that time to start over though.
We already here.
This is what the people get.
I tried to make it better, I tried.
Okay, people. Centralize. Focus. Mm-hmm. Okay, so for plugs, on the 21st, we got a party at our campus. It's open up to the public, so everybody can come. It costs €5.
Kalissa, you want to add something?
No.
It seems like you had something to say about this party.
I mean,
nothing.
What going on with this party? I remember what going on with this party.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Anyway, so on the 21st, we got a party. We got a bunch of DJs. We got DJ Woods. We got DJ Nigel. We got Nyla. We got Simon. We got a bunch of DJs playing at the campus. So come through. And then we have an after party at VA Hotel as well on the same day. Obviously.
That's something else I didn't
know. On the 23rd, we have a party in living room, or as more people know it, Super Club. So come through. It's hip hop R&B dance hall.
When night?
That's on the 23rd.
Okay.
And there's a big chance that I'll be playing in a hotel every day. Check out for that later on the podcast. No, I mean on future episodes. I think that's it. If there's more things, you will hear it on the next episode.
And if not, just follow the man on social media.
Exactly.
So stay up to date with the daily stuff and all of that. See all his flyer
Woods,
posts
The Chosen.
and different things. Yes,
Follow me,
yes.
please.
Like we said on the last episode, all the social medias, we probably need to add y'all to what y'all don't got
Yeah,
IG, so wait, nah, never
you're
mind.
not adding nothing.
True,
Nothing.
true. But yeah, all the social medias that are relevant, I guess, that people want you to have, those in the description below. So yeah, follow us there, and
Shots
also,
fired.
I mean,
We need a soundboard. Like, that's what we need.
what's been talking about? I mean, it's
Nah,
it's
like we need that. He just fired some heavy shots, so we needed like a
Some gunshots.
AK-47. Like
okay then,
you
okay
can,
then.
I could go on YouTube now, but like we might get copyright.
Yeah,
so.
that ain't the issue. I mean, we still don't need an actual soundboard,
That's
even if we
true.
got
Yeah.
the sounds. Like, yeah. And we also figure out how to connect that to everything, and we will figure it out.
Okay,
how to
are you gonna get into the
yeah,
first
yeah.
topic?
This is
We are professionals, people.
I've been a whole ass conversation. Like we.
I mean, but that's the purpose of the Link Up podcast. Is like what happens when we link up. We talk.
True.
So, Kana, you want to tell us about the Straight Pride Parade?
I don't know much about it. I just find it really odd that people need to put out themselves so much to say, oh yeah, because they have a gay pride, that, oh yeah, we need to have a straight pride. I just don't see the sense of it. Yeah, that was my only thing.
Yeah.
I don't...
Like, I don't understand it. Like, I would not go to celebrate a straight pride parade because
What's the point?
was
Don't make any
are
sense.
the straight being oppressed now?
It's kind of this all lives matter type something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's exactly what I was doing.
I mean, if they want to do it, I have nothing against
Man,
it.
we kind of just jump into this look for people for context. A couple of weeks ago, there was this article in the newspaper. They got some partner in Boston who say that
Obviously in Boston.
because it's Pride Month. If y'all didn't know, June is Pride Month. So all over the world, they're having different cities, different big cities giving like pride parades and shit like that. So homeboy feel like he decided he need to have a parade of his own and call it the Straight Pride Parade. Why? I don't know. I don't find it make sense.
He had nothing better to do with his time.
Is that?
It's
Exactly.
it's a sort of counter protest to the pride. Like that's
Yes,
basically it.
yeah.
But look, if he did it in another month, first of all, like fine. It would be the same thing if someone does during Black History Month in February. They say, you know what?
Fuck it.
We make February also a White History Month, and that's like why?
But technically, you can't do that because it's already Black History Month.
Yeah, but no, it would be
Yeah,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's just a protest to the
Yeah.
already existing pride.
But I don't know if it's a protest. I think he was just trying to be a dick and say that he's celebrating his straight pride.
But doing it in June would mean that he's like
The
kind
reasoning
of
behind it
First
to
of all-
me, it could only be like what Wood's saying. It's literally just
Yeah.
like a all lives matter type of thing. Oh, y'all doing this? Cool. Well, what if we did it? It's the same thing that happens every time there is Black History Month. It's like, but what if there was White History Month? Why is there no
As
White
if-
History Month?
It's kind of
It's
a
like
mockery.
the
Questions.
whole rest of the year, like
Basically. So,
Yeah. Look, and the thing is, look, if they do White History Month, for example, in June, for example, or May or whatever, I don't care. Like, as long as you're true about the history, I don't mind. Like, we have to be mindful of what the history
yeah,
is
that-
and what it
that
all
would be-
entails. You
that would-
understand?
That would be a good. That would be one of the only questions I would have. Like, what white history are they celebrating? Like, what aspects? What are they gonna be putting to the
hey,
forefront? Is like
gotta be out here celebrating Thanksgiving. So who really knows? I mean,
true, valid point.
Okay.
pretending like this.
Can we pause for 1 second? Why did the mic stand
Yo, I
just
was leaving
by
that alone.
itself
though.
go
Yo,
up?
I was leaving that alone.
It's
Yo,
fine.
hot.
Oh my
Yo,
goodness.
Yo, honestly, I didn't see that either. Legit, the first time it just went up, I was like, all right, cool.
I was legit just going to walk out.
Yo,
and I
that's
was
what it was. Though. I didn't see it move. I didn't see a hat touch it. Nothing.
Kana was ready to dip. Now with a little bitch inside,
Suspicious
you
of ghosts in there.
But I see my.
So
Well,
Yeah.
you to go first if anything.
know? I the closest to the door, so I
But
straight.
you have to get trampled.
Wow. Wow.
But okay then. Final thoughts on this this thing?
It's foolishness, and he's just
Unnecessary.
looking for attention.
yeah,
I agree.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's either a counter protest or just a mockery playing out.
Yeah.
A mockery of the
He
brand.
need to find something to do.
Like, I can understand if you maybe not feeling like supporting and all of that. If pride isn't your thing. But to me, to take it to this extent, just
Yeah,
stay
like,
home.
don't
Yes.
think
If
about
you
it.
don't
Stay
care
home,
about the
yeah.
world going on with pride, just stay home.
Exactly.
Just
Stay
don't
off
look
of social
at other
media
things.
for a month.
Yeah, that's a long time,
Yeah.
but
And honestly, if you're
Hey,
living
you
in
might be more
Amsterdam,
productive in life.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
and if you're living in Amsterdam and you don't want to enjoy Pride Month, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's the latest part.
Nah, I've stayed home every year since I've been in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But the parties are good, man. You're talking
Okay.
coming from a DJ's perspective.
I'm sure they probably are, but
Yeah.
some of the sites and stuff that is going on during Pride, I don't need to see none of that. So I'm fine inside my house. If that comes off as homophobic, I'm sorry.
Are
I
you?
feel.
Nah, I just don't care. I ain't telling them to stop what they're doing. I just know that I don't necessarily want to see a bunch of dudes in hot pink pants and stuff like
No.
that. That definitely
But
does be
that's-
there when you're looking at the parade and
But
different
that's
things
there's
like that.
like
So I'm cool.
honestly,
asking,
it's
are you
like
really
it's
sorry?
like during like the whole parade, maybe I would say like 10% of that is that, and the rest is just people from.
Well, the images that I see on social media kind of seem like it's a lot more of that. The
Oh,
mounds
you
of
mean
people.
during the in the canals in the parade? Yes.
Not just the canals, they're just talking about the people, all the guys and stuff who come out and they're just shirtless and wearing nothing but batty riders or whatever. I don't know what the non-Caribbean name for that would be. Like
Booty shorts?
one of those.
One of those.
One of those. Like I don't
Trust
need
me,
to
it's
see guys
the,
in that. I'm
honestly,
cool. I'm good
it
home.
looks the pictures are deceiving. Let's just say that.
Well, then they're doing the wrong job advertising.
Well, I mean, it's Pride
They're
Month, so
not
they're focusing
not
on that.
advertising to me.
Okay,
They're
obviously
not
not.
advertising to me.
But
I
transitioning-
just never had a reason to go.
Exactly.
So
yeah. For me,
Same shit.
it's
Yeah.
getting to know
A couple
more.
of reasons that I've seen as to why certain people go, it looks like those in my reasons are the type of reasons that would motivate me. So yeah.
Yeah, it's fun though.
So now you want to go to the UK?
Yeah. Let's go to while we're in Pride Month, but this is not as it's a more fucked up story.
Yeah. More things that I don't agree with. I ain't necessarily saying you gotta take things to that level. Cause like you say, I just stay home. I ain't wishing no violence on nobody. I ain't telling nobody to. Like I ain't trying to change nobody's life. I'm just here in my house.
Mind your own
So who wants to?
I think you got this, man.
Yes, I got this.
Yeah,
I didn't read full
So-
articles on it, so I don't know. I just saw the headlines and stuff.
So like a lesbian couple was in a metro going somewhere in UK. That's not really the point. And there was a group of guys also sitting in the metro, and they knew them, or I don't know, but they knew that the two of them were lesbians. First of all, so something happened, and then the guys told the two girls to kiss, and they didn't want to kiss. So their reaction to that was beat the two girls them up.
And the headlines to this story was just pictures of two bloody white girls on the metro.
Something missing.
And it was like they were quite bloody in this.
I ain't want to defend nobody, but I feel there's something gotta be missing to that story.
I trying to figure out. So y'all mean to tell me these
From what I was
girls are
seeing-
getting beat up by a group of men, and
From
ain't
what-
had nobody else in the metro?
I can understand.
That's
I
why
could understand. I could understand when.
To me, that don't make no difference. We've seen numerous stories where some shit is going on and everybody just sits there and watch. So that's not where
I
my
feel like
mind
that's
went in
right.
the situation. Like,
I-
especially if it's a group of guys. It's like, oh, so there's a group of guys who already showing they're willing to get into violence by beating up these people. So now I'm supposed to be the good Samaritan and step in for this group of guys. I don't know how many it was. If it's like 5, 3. I don't know if it's 6, 7, 10. I don't know how much this group. I mean, looking at the pictures, they seem to be pretty bloodied
Messed up,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So it
Let's
could have been a
say
decent amount.
5. Let's just say 5.
But what I was hearing is that, or at least seeing in some of the comments regarding this story, is a lot of people feel like, so this shows exactly how the whole refugee crisis and all of these things of accepting people from foreign cultures don't go well, because supposedly the group of people were either North African, Syrian, like one of these type of Middle Eastern country type of things, where they feel that, well, the reason, like, we not supporting y'all again, this type of thing, it's more kind of a mockery, and this is why we beat y'all up, because we don't support homosexuality and all
But
of this
wasn't
type of
it-
thing. And it's like, if y'all really gay, let's see y'all kiss type of thing now. And then that's the kind of vibe I got from the comments. I can't say if it's for sure, because I don't know where any of these young men are from, but the people in the comments seem to be implying that this is what their ethnicity is, and this is the reason why, because they're from different culture, different religion, where we shit on women type of vibe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we know where these guys come from. You have to keep in mind, comic section tends to be poison, and they always tend to throw their
yeah, but there is also certainly I wouldn't say it's unheard of that the ethnicity of people is not published to avoid those type of comments, because this has happened before. In a
But
sense.
wasn't it actually okay? The article I believe I had seen was because they actually get beat up because they didn't want to kiss.
Yeah.
But what that all have to do with religion though?
It could look, but that's the thing. It could it's either these guys
The whole
knew
trying to get them to kiss was like mocking their homosexuality. Oh, y'all really lesbian?
But
Let's
how
see
did
the
they
type
know
of
they
thing
were
prove
lesbian?
to
That's
me.
the thing.
But
Well, I
you
assume maybe it's Pride Month. Maybe they was holding hands on the metro or something. People come
Two
up to
girls
them.
holding hands? That's a normal thing.
But you sure it was like a mockery and it wasn't just like something where it was like over sexualized? Because like I know a lot of guys would be like,
Guys
oh,
like to see girls kiss.
yeah, and it'd be
Yeah,
Well, that's
that's
why
why
it's-
I was kind of leaning more
Yeah.
towards that direction.
I
too,
wouldn't say
actually.
that's not it. I'm just saying the reason why I feel like that is the direction it
comments.
took is because
The
that's
comments.
the type of comments people was leaving. Like, this is
Yeah.
what happens to show that integration has failed. These people
Yeah.
that
But
don't
that's why I say, like,
always
comments,
like
they
to
have
spin
norms
stuff
and-
to
Yeah.
fit their own narrative.
Yeah, that's why
anyways,
we have to.
So
Let me.
either way is fucked up.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Yeah.
whether it's over sexualized or it's because other people come in, if it's foreigners that's
It
doing
fucked
it.
up. But like in these, I just have so many questions. Like, why? Cause like in Amsterdam, like I don't know if all you ever see like a fight in the metro, but like
Nah.
I have, and they don't like stop the shit. Like somebody to come out. Like they have like the little room in the cats. Like they have people in there to keep shit in order. So like they don't actually come out. So I just don't understand how. I just can't understand how this happened on public transportation and just did nobody say or do nothing.
To me, that's not hard to understand. Like I said from the beginning, to me, that's not hard to understand. I've seen it happen a million times
No,
on
I-
social media. Like,
I know it has happened a lot with like
So
the passengers.
so you would
but,
go
like,
and stop it.
Bye, I would get in between. I ain't gonna lie.
So you
I-
you've been a
I'm
third
like-
bloody person then.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably, but I wouldn't have said it.
I would have to first
commend
evaluate
you.
the situation, how big these guys are. Am I with-
These guys
am
are
I with
aged
people-
between 15 and 18.
Okay, how many of them there was?
Their
They were
size.
These
four
is
males.
teenagers.
4 of them.
4
Yes.
teenagers.
15 to 18.
How big these dudes could really be?
Yo,
That's what
15
I'm
to
saying.
18?
Because if I
Depending on
feel
the
like
Be
it,
full size depending
I
on how
mean-
depending on how early their growth spurt kicked in. If you 18,
Yeah.
you done growing. You could potentially be done growing by the time you're 18.
yeah, this is why I said I would evaluate the
but still,
situation,
like-
because if we got some
I would-
giants here beating down on these women, I can't get in between. I'm sorry, I 5'7".
I will get
There ain't much I could do.
You got more
I
information?
don't even
The
know why I
gang
would
of
swing
at least 4 men might have broken her nose during the ordeal. Blah, blah, blah. Both women were taken to the hospital for treatment for facial injuries and whatever. One of the ladies said that one man spoke Spanish and the other boys had a British accent.
Okay, but are you want to comfort all the Middle Easterners? Really? Like,
anyway, it's still
Okay.
the fact that they do it, whether it's because for religion or whatnot, the fact that they feel like they could have imposed their will on anybody is
Not right.
yeah,
I think we all agree on that.
yeah.
I think we all agree on that.
My question is, okay, so Rashid, you would have intervened if you had to see that in front of you.
It depends. Like I say, it depends on who it is, beating up on the women. Their size. If I'm with other people, if I feel I could take them on, should I need to, then I would jump in, man. I mean, look, you got 2 women getting beat up for a reason, for not kissing because you command them to.
Okay, but check this, right? If there was like real big dudes, you would have just sit there and let it happen?
I would try to call somebody or something. I ain't gonna just sit there and do nothing. But would it
Okay.
really make sense for me to jump in when you got 6'4" dudes just standing there beating on these women?
King.
Well,
I can only get so far.
Put somebody back on guard.
The way you
Like,
can look
if
at
you
it
don't
in
have a
way
weapon
is
on
that-
you, like, you're also just gonna get beat up.
Like, that's one way
It's
to
not
look at it,
effective.
but I get where Kalissa coming from, or at least I think I get where she coming from, in the sense that if it was bigger dudes, it would be worse. Then they would just get beat up worse.
Yeah.
So it's like, to say that the bigness of the dudes is kind of your determining factor for getting involved or not, I understand you looking at it from your safety
To
perspective.
get physically involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. But the safety of the women, you looking out for your safety, but the
Yeah.
safety of the woman
Yeah.
is at even more risk if it's
Suppose
these bigger
you go
dudes.
and jump in
If
and then you
take the
dead,
hit,
though.
you probably could
Okay,
take a
then I
better
fucking
hit
dead.
than these chicks who fighting
The
6'4" big ass dudes.
Okay.
You might not be the same size as these dudes, but I think you stand a better chance than these chicks. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm not saying this to say that I would be the one to step in either, because I know
No,
how
I know. I see where you're coming from.
I know how I react in these situations where it's like I probably wouldn't get involved neither.
It's never a logical decision if you're by yourself to jump in a fight with 4 men.
Okay.
You,
That being said, I still jumping in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I know I would jump in.
You know what it is like
I would.
in this
I would
moment
call.
right now.
I would
And I
call
would
the
just, the
police.
only
know
thing
why?
that I'll say is
I started with
I
my
would
comment
take
from last
pictures.
week.
I would take
call you, brother.
pictures. Because like, there's certain things like if it was a
Wait,
one-on-one
you
fight.
take pictures? Now you almost just as bad.
No, I would take pictures of the guys
Nah,
them and call
listen.
the police. Look, if it's
Listen.
if it's one guy or 2 guys, fine. But if it's 4 guys, look, just how
To get
Yo,
fight.
Listen,
yeah, if it's 1 or 2, fine. But if it's 4, it doesn't matter if I have no weapon on me. If you're going to interject yourself into that situation, the only result, if you're not a martial artist or anything,
What?
these 4 guys them are gonna beat your skull and probably kill you.
Listen, I smile. They wouldn't see me coming.
And then your mother,
okay then Aria.
boy, and then your mother gonna be the one crying.
Bye. Look.
I don't know. I definitely agree with Rashid in the first part where he was saying that he got analyzed the situation. If homegirl like really, if both of them was really like begging for help or something like that, then you know maybe
So
that
if they
would
wasn't,
that would take. I don't. Maybe they thought they could handle home, but maybe that was a decision they made. Maybe that was a God. Look, like Duval said, maybe that was a God's plan for them. Who am
my
I to step
God.
into God's plan? I am not the one.
Wow.
Obviously, this wouldn't. Okay, why I say it wouldn't be in like any situation. So, for example, like if I go out with you, and let's say Kana get drunk and he want to pick a fight with some dude, then that's Kana business because Kana start that shit.
Exactly.
Then I wouldn't intervene. But I checking like 2 girls on a metro, they were minding the fucking business, and you just want to beat on them because they don't want kiss. Like what the fuck? Then yeah, I feel like that's a beetje te ver. Now, if they had like attacked the dudes and then like in that case I wouldn't jump in. I would go call like the train conductor or like not the conductor obviously but like you
Ask
know
them for the phone. Ask them what the number is. Be like, I'll call your mother for you. That's the most. Like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. What is mommy or mama? Which one?
So you mean to say your solution to everything is just calling
Call your
people?
mother. I can't do nothing. But your mother can help you.
Hey, you don't get into no situations around kind of. You can call your mother who live all the way in fucking Aruba.
I
I think the difference is if it's somebody that I know, then rationale just jumps out the window.
Yeah, but you see that's a whole different something. Like if I go out in a group with you and like use one of my group, then yeah, I don't think either. But if this is a random 2 random girls and 4 fellas just wailing on them, I'd look around the situation a bit. I ain't trying to mess up what's going on with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if I wasn't there, they would have get beat on still.
Yeah, because like the thing is, where I'm coming from is like we had a similar situation happen a long time ago, during Carnival season, and
It's true.
someone that I knew did exactly the same thing. They were wailing up on this one young fella. There were 4 or 5 other guys. He went and jumped in. Man get shot, dead. The man they were beaten still alive.
See what I mean?
So you have sometimes like you have to think about what you're gonna do because that decision might be a last decision. So you really have to think good about what you're doing.
At least I went out with a bang.
The only thing I'd have to say to that is, like, I know this can sound super fucked up, but if you were ever in that situation, I'd just be curious to see your reaction. That was the only thing I'd have to say, because I know many people who's like, I'm not trying to say that you wouldn't. I don't know you long enough, and I never see you in these type of scenarios to see whether you throwing hands or where you at. I just know too many people who's like, bah, yo, I wish I was in that situation. Cause if I was there, I would have do this, and that. He wouldn't get licks, but like,
I know,
like,
I understand that completely. I used to be one of the people
that's
until
why
I realized.
stopped being one of the. Well, I was never one of those people. Let me just put that out there. I was never one of those people who sit talking out big about what I would do if I was in. I don't know what the fuck.
I had a couple of situations like that. I ain't gonna lie.
This is why I was
in
gonna
this
say
particular situation, though.
Taking out my house.
sorry. Nah, but this is why I was
trying to be
like
the builder, but the opposite of that.
Rashi don't like it decor, man.
This is why I was going to say earlier. I saying all this now, but God put me in this situation. I honestly don't know what.
Yeah,
I don't know. It would be tense because, like, if
I know
Mike,
I know I am not confrontational.
I wouldn't.
I've been in similar situations where I've seen fights happening in front of me. I look at my reaction where it's like I'm not the person whose first reaction is to jump in and split it. I've been around a lot of my friends is hothead dudes. I am the calm, chill one. I was like, yo, this does not need to be a fight. Go away from this, and like that's always the role that I kind of take, stopping the hothead niggas from trying to throw hands. Like that's usually what it is. I'm not the person to get involved in a fight. If this is happening, it's probably gonna be more along the lines of what y'all say. Either call police, call somebody mother, maybe call a conductor. That might be more if it even get there. I might take the responsibility, like, yo, this, like Kana would say, mind my fucking business and keep my head moving.
Yes.
And
To
somebody
me, it
else
really
handle
depends
it.
on the situation, though, because like I've been in a situation where I went out with this dude. Mans was big buff, and like when he'd get drunk, he'd get aggressive, and I feel like when it comes, like, if you want to pick a fight and like the other person want to pick the fight with you too, cool, do your thing. But it was kind of a situation where it had this guy, he was kind of helpless, he was lost, and he was confused, and you could tell like something was off, and the man was trying to fight this guy, and mind you, this guy big fucking buff. I stand in between them. Like both of them was drunk, but I not like on a regular day, I'm not confrontational, but like I feel like if one person helpless, like, yeah, I gonna get in between it.
Yeah, but that's still like one.
And I
If
feel like it's
five,
slightly different as well in the sense that, for one, this guy,
you know the guy too.
So the chance that he actually wants to really take a swing on you is a lot less, even though he's in an inebriated state and he may not be thinking.
This is you trying to jump in with both parties is unknown.
Both people don't know you. Like the chick, depending on how she see it, you may think, oh, you trying to come at me too. If I didn't realize how quickly, if it's not clear from the jump,
how many times I ain't see somebody try to stop a fight and then he get hit by the person he tried to help, and then he started hitting that person too. How many times I see that shit?
Understand? I coming in and I ain't knocking him in the knees. Like, what do you mean? Like, yo, I did not. You think it's a joke? Like, one go get it.
I don't know. As much as
eyeballs, like my mother tell me. My mother always tell no, cause I small, so I know. My mother always tell me aim for like the eyeballs, like
sensitive spots.
Yeah, hit him in the throat. You feel me? Like
as much as jokes I make in here. I on the fence about it, to be quite honest, because if my sisters or like my cousins had to be walking in the middle of the road and someone is heckling them, and like my sister got hot mouth and she said something a little bit wild to them, and then they just have to attack my sister all of a sudden.
We adding all these extra variables of you knowing people.
But you have to know the person. But the only time, like the one time this happened.
No, but I would like somebody to intervene.
Yeah.
And that's if I wasn't there, I would like somebody to intervene if that was the case. So that's why I'm like, boy, is a little. I'm more picturing, but that could be my sister or somebody else.
There was this one time we intervened. It was a long time ago, like 2009 or 10, and we were just arriving to the club because I had to play at like 2 o'clock, and there was this big buff Dutchman dragging his girlfriend, like, yo, we going now, and he was dragging her. She's like, no, ik wil niet. The whole time I don't want it, and he was dragging and pulling her hair, and like in that situation, it was like. There wasn't even time to think. It was just like, yo, that's fucked up. Go. But it was one man.
Nah, domestic situations is even more mind your business. I want to mind your business because if he doing that in public, that's not the first time. That means she going back to him. That means she need to get her shit together. But it's nothing you could do at that point in time going to help you. So mind your fucking business.
Boy, dragging a girl. Why she legit just on the floor in front in the public? Bye.
I sorry.
We stop it though.
Well,
I get where
Yeah,
you're
but
coming
then
from,
what,
Kana, and I feel
what
like
happened
you're
when
right,
she
but-
went back home? That's
no,
what checking.
don't get me wrong. No, I understand the faults and the fucked upness and why you just say there just now.
Like, that was I said. I
But-
feel like you're right, but it's like
I've seen me personally, I've seen too many situations with man go and play hero and either get gang up the next week because the girl went stupid and went back for her boyfriend, or man get in hospital, or man get arrested and all that kind of crap.
No, but it's not like
that.
it's not like we fought. We just stopped it. We told the man to go.
Yeah,
It
but
was
then,
just a group. Like the thing is, like it wasn't just me. It was me and the group.
yeah, but
And it was.
I mean, good.
In that
and
situation, it was just like,
it's a
yo.
good, it's a
but
bad
what,
thing, no,
at the
but
end of the day, she gone back home to him.
Yeah, that's true.
So at
But
the
for
end of
that
the day,
moment,
like-
I didn't have to see the rest of that fuckery while I have to go play.
I understand. I understand
Because
what
then
you
it
mean,
would have
but
been in the back of my head, low.
I
like,
wouldn't
this
want.
man-
I wouldn't
to be
want to
how
see it.
it
I
was
wouldn't want to
settled.
see it either. But that in that situation, in a situation like that, I would definitely hold off a lot more before intervening than just a random. Like I quicker
Yeah.
jump in with the two lesbian chicks than something like that.
Yeah, but it was one man. You get.
By one
No,
man,
but
yo,
the thing is with
it
the
could have been her
two
mother.
girls-
Yeah, but I don't know
I
these
see
people.
him
Like,
jumping in. Jack.
The reason I think I would really like jump in with the two girls is like the sense of like helplessness, you know, because I myself would understand like how I feel, and that's not like a good feeling, and the fact that nobody will help you and you feel so out of control, like yeah, that's
actually,
not okay.
I don't see the difference in either story though.
How you mean?
In the sense of helplessness. Like if someone legit screaming and
yo,
yelling
the
and
domestic one
no,
is
no, no.
potentially
screaming
borderline
and
a
help and
choice. That.
pulling,
No.
dog.
That one is a
I
You don't know. You don't know.
agree.
You don't know
I agree
if they
with what
even know each other that long. You don't know if it's
Exactly.
just. Look, it's first of all, it was a Macamba girl on an island
Yo,
with not a that
so you
good
mean
Dutch
so you
speaking
mean to
man,
tell
huh?
Woods, you a wrong woman long enough. You mean to tell me any of the girls you know, if they had to be dragging away a partner that they don't know that long, they ain't gonna be screaming, "Help me! Somebody help me! He trying to do something to me."
Biggs, I telling you, that's
I feel like you're making a lot of
yeah.
assumptions.
It's
That's
you
the
don't
only-
know
that's
the
the
you don't
only
know
thing.
the story, dog.
No, but how
It's just
you tell a
the
story
reaction-
is like, cause no, you tell a story like this, her man, like so.
No, it's the assumption that
Okay,
we
but
took
then
was
you
that.
making assumptions.
Yeah, exactly. But it's everything was assumptions. I didn't
see-
speak with the girl afterwards.
I see. I would have to
I
see
feel
how
like
it
the
play out.
assumption ain't necessarily.
The
you don't
issue-
need to make the assumption because you've seen the same violence. So that's why you see. I feel like the reaction could be
if
the
someone's
same.
being helped
Because
and
you don't know,
yeah.
like you were saying earlier, when you talking about the lesbian people, we don't know if they're just holding hands. If and that was just me speculating. I don't know if they was holding hands or nothing like that. I just put that out there, but. If they were, and that was the reason why these people felt that okay, they're a lesbian couple, let's ask them to kiss type of shit. To me, I don't know. To me, it's just to say like there needs to be a lot of assumptions made for you to decide. Okay, cool. Let me help these versus not help these. Cause they could be sisters, they could be friends, they could be all kind of thing. They might not even necessarily be lesbian, but it's just the fact that these girls are being assaulted now, or women. I don't know how old it was. Getting assaulted by these four guys, and in
Yeah.
what situation is like this?
It's the same story, but it's
Yeah.
one guy. So my decision is I will faster go and help the person, knowing okay, it could be a one-on-one situation. I could stop it or whatever. Then me jumping in with four other guys and knowing, boy, this ain't gonna turn out well for me at all.
And I also feel that to me that doesn't like I say, I feel like you're right in a sense, but it's one of those things where to be that right is a lot of you gotta know these things, and it's like the whole
No, but yeah, I guess, but
your rationale for why you say like okay, I wouldn't help that, I would be more hesitant to help, and not because it's like she probably still with him.
No,
she
but you see, but
chooses, she
that's
knows
why I
she's
say
abusive and things.
I could only do
It's
it based
like-
on my experience. That's what I say. I'm making that judgment based on what I went through already. I'm not saying I know what's going on with them. I just saying based on my experience, I'm minding my own business.
Yeah, that was my same thought process because
Okay,
like
different
from what
question
he
slightly. Do you feel that in a domestic violence situation that as an outside person, if you're aware of somebody, if one of your female friends or something in a domestic, in an abusive relationship, what's the help? What do you do? Do you do anything as an outside person, or do you just be like, cool, well, you can keep getting beat up until you make the decision to leave this man, and
nah, I
like,
feel
what's
like
the way to handle that?
I can leave what you say first.
I think it depends on who this person, like how close this person is to you.
If I
'Cause
know
you
if
have
I know the
different
person, then I
relationships
will
and-
stop it for sure.
No, you can't stop it though. That's my point, because like a lot of I know
Now, what
people.
I'm saying is like you
who-
you're gonna keep going back, and it's like
That's
until
what
you
I
make
was
that
saying
decision
too.
to leave. Like
That's what I was saying too. Because at the end of the day, if you do that, and that was really a domestic dispute, and she went back to the house, you know what I
She
mean? That
probably
she
get it
gets
worse at
beat.
home.
Exactly. She gets it worse at home. So that's why I would have in that situation. I agree with him. I would be a little more hesitant because if I check it like this is your man and he like dragging you and like you already know it is like I don't want to make it worse for you at the end of the day. But if it look like it's a stranger trying to like I would really have to assess that. But like in the train situation, that's to me that's clearer cut that these are strangers who attacking all you for like and you're a little more helpless in my opinion.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I can't let people that I know fight.
No,
That's just the principle
but
of
here's
my
the
thing.
thing,
Like,
like,
if
a
you
lot
got a
of-
girlfriend and you gonna fight with your girlfriend, I gonna stop it. I know at least for that moment I stop it. It might get worse later, but I'm not going to let you beat up somebody in front of me if I know the both of you. That's like if my two brothers them fight. I don't got brothers, but if my two brothers them fight, I gonna stop them. My two cousins them fight, I gonna stop them because I know them. It would be very weird for me to just look. No, this is normal. Just let them do that.
But
I will
also
say though,
is that
there's
I
one
think-
situation I've been in that's kind of like that, where it's like you had no choice but to watch it. Like I just thinking on two of my friends whose brothers growing up, and it's like I've witnessed
like
quite
that,
a couple of their fights.
I've
just,
been
like, growing
in that
up.
situation with them same two. Like, you can't do nothing. You legit can't do nothing because then both of them gonna jump up and beat you and then go back to fighting. So that thing got married going down.
It's the spring.
Yeah, I don't know. The spring feeling energetic today. Got a lot of energy today.
But no, but I
Man.
with what Kalissa say kind of goes with me as well. It depends. My level of involvement depends on how close the girl is to me.
Right, exactly. But also I feel like I know people like very close to me who I know about this situation or relationship, but they never talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like I can't really tell you what to do when you uncomfortable yourself talking to me about it, because it's like what I don't know our relationship like that. I know parts of what going on and I know it's not good, but at the same time I don't have no place really saying anything, especially if you didn't tell me anything and I hear it from somebody else, And also what you gotta keep in mind when from the women that I know, I can't speak for like any men in domestic situations because I ain't have no experience firsthand, but I do know some women who've been in domestic situations, and the thing is, you could tell a girl like, yo, leave, he not good for you. They already know that the situation is toxic and is abusive, but they're afraid, they're scared, they don't know what to do. Their partner have some type of control or power over them, and that's why they feel like
Worst
they can't
thing
leave.
is when it's like they may not be financially stable, so like I have to live with
There's
this
a
person
dependency.
because
It could
you
be
can't go
different
nowhere and
things.
they got kids
Yo,
and stuff like
I
that.
sure I got people who man all the way in like another country and still got like power over them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
But I think that's like still different than when it happening in the background. It's different when it happening right in front of you.
wait. Flip side. Your partner come and tell you, yo, my woman beating me.
I've had
Yo, you see that fuck up?
you see, you know it's how you say it. Like you was explaining.
I want to know who's this panel first of all.
Why does it matter?
Because
Violence regardless.
It matters because to me, if I know the panel, then that means I probably know, okay, this is the chick who's doing it. And then it's like, nigga, you like here. So
But violence ain't violence regardless.
No.
How you mean no?
Because to me,
sometimes-
it goes...
I think it's
my
about
logic
being
is-
physically overpowered.
That's
right?
part of it. To me, I use the logic as like when he was talking about Jordan Peele directing movies and he don't want white people in it. That's racism, yes. Technically speaking, it is racism. But that's not the racism that we see as a problem, because this is in revert, like this is kind of in response to the current situation. This is how it's been. We trying to change that by giving more black people lead. If you're a big dude and you get beat up by a little chick and it's not necessarily severe, yes, to me it's like she should stop hitting on you. But it's like you're not really in no physical harm unless you telling me, yo, she threatening you with knives and this and that. You don't know if you feel safe going to sleep because you know.
But
but there's stories like that.
If you a fella, you get your ass kicked.
If that is the case, then to me that's something that warrants you to look at it a little different. But if it's just like, so we just get in an argument and your chick just hit on you a little bit, I'd be like, yo, you need to chill on that. If it's just like she slap you or something like that, I'm like, yeah, it's disrespectful. She shouldn't have put her hands on you, but you alive. You gonna survive. If you telling me that, yo, you in an abusive relationship because your chick slap you, then it's like, yo, you ain't hold her and tell her stop, you fuck. And like shake her a little bit to be like, yo, are you serious?
Baby shake.
Cause to me, like, that's the type of physicality. If you're a man who's getting hit, that's the only type of physicality that to me I approve. Like, hold her, stop it. I'm stopping you from hitting me. Cause this is not gonna continue. If I decide to swing back on you, it's gonna be a problem. So stop your fuck.
Never shake.
That's if you're physically capable. Because what if like body types reversed, right? And you small man.
Then you knew what you was getting yourself into the first place. You knew the risk.
No. You wasn't getting into violence. You was getting into a relationship.
Yeah, but you should have taken about the possibility. You should have taken about the possibilities. If I get her upset, she gonna swing on me. I might not be able to take it. You should know better than that.
Sound like you deal with one too many crazy chicks.
No, I've seen people deal with one too many crazy chicks.
Sound like you've been there firsthand.
But overall, like for me, like my advice to any dude in that situation is leave.
Yeah,
because to me, like
that's in any abusive situation.
Any abusive situation, leave.
Obviously, that's easier said than done for some people.
But that's my thing. That's why
to me, a big part of that depends on who you want to be. Like, what type of, how strongly is this something that you not want to do? For example, in a sense, I was put in a situation once before when I was like, I put my hands, I didn't say I swing on a woman and nothing like that. But this was literally because I felt that in this situation, I didn't have any choice. We arguing, we yelling at each other. I'm telling you, leave my house. You're not listening to me. Yeah. So I hold you and I try to physically move you towards the door to avoid this type of thing because I'm telling you, I don't want to talk about this. It's like in a bad situation right now. We're not in the state to talk. And this one sound like immediately after that I started crying because I realized what I do, because I still felt like I was too physical with her, and I was like, yo, I don't want to be Chris Brown. I don't
Lord.
Oh, that's a valid emotion.
That was how I felt in the situation, because I felt that me crossing this thing into putting my hands on a woman is like, it don't matter what the fuck happened before. The fact that I'm doing this, I should leave. Even if it's my fucking house. It sounds crazy now thinking about it, but it's like, yeah, I should have left the situation and moved before it even got to that point. Yeah. Like,
I mean, that's a difficult. That's a difficult one. Oh, yeah. I find that one that's a difficult one, because the fact that she in your house and she don't want to leave, to a certain point, I kind of feel like you had all rights to at least put her like outside. Like once she outside, then they can't touch no more. Cause that's not your business.
You one of those couples that you see in this building screaming and cussing at each other, putting shit out and thing. And I was like, yo, I don't want to be this. Come back inside. Let's talk this shit out, because going that direction is not the way that this needs to be going. And I don't know. It was just a fucked up situation. And I personally just feel that. And I've told this to a chick I was since then, is like, yo, I'm not going down that path. I'm going to leave you if we ever get to the point where you're not listening to me, where communication is not enough. I tell you straight up, I'm leaving you, because I'm not going to hit nobody and you're not going to hit me.
Yeah. And for me, coming in that sense, like, I never hit a man, let alone a woman. I never fought. Only my cousins, but that don't count. But is it okay? Let's open.
Family don't count. You fight the family down.
Yeah, cousins are fair game.
I used to fight with my brother big time. You gotta see the size of my brother.
Boy, let's open this discussion for a bit. Is there ever a good time to hit a woman?
When she threatening your life?
Yo, to be really honest with you,
I just say all of
that. I'm sorry if she like. What I mean threatening your life, I mean as a jokey way. I mean like, she coming to kill me and do me bodily harm. Yo, she getting licks. I am sorry. I don't care.
And to me, even in that situation,
And
I feel like what I was
I
still
can't
saying,
be too mad at that, honestly.
what I was saying, I still feel it holds true. To me, it depends on how
Yeah.
physical were you already with me. If it's just like, oh, there's a threat, you holding the knife type of thing, does that mean I need to now punch her and knock her the fuck out? I don't think so, because in my opinion, most of the women I've dated, I was stronger than. I could easily restrain you if I needed to. So it's like, that's why to me, going to the extent of violence, I feel there is no need for that.
Well,
and if you're going to pick up a knife or something like that, where I feel now I'm physically threatened and I'm actually my life actually in danger, get the fuck out of my house. Bye. I'm done.
I understand,
there's no
but I
coming back
mean,
from
if
that.
somebody's picking up a knife, they ain't getting out the house if you tell them to get out the house.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but you see that's the thing.
It's not gonna happen willingly.
Okay, let
It's a little soft
me
for this
since
conversation,
King went that specific. Let me reword my answer then. She don't get licks until she put down the knife. Once she put down the knife, then I know myself I not in no harm. But until then, she going to get licks until she put down the
But,
knife.
like,
I going to be aggressive with her until she put down the knife.
I understand being aggressive, right? But if she just have a knife in her hand, she got to get licks for that. You can't just like restrain her
if she's
hand, knock the
swinging
knife
with
out
the
her
knife.
hand.
Suppose she no more moves. But suppose she had traded for this. I don't know what home girl about. I have to risk my life for a what if? Nah.
Okay,
I'm not
so
saying
I
I'm
feel
going to completely like
it's a little
abuse the girl.
concerning that
I'm not saying she'll get
Sean
completely
don't know
like
the type
6,
of chicks he
7.
to be dealing with,
Hey, look right, you don't hear. People don't know. People will be together 9, 10 years and still don't know the actual person anyway.
Okay.
So anyway,
Netflix
I'm not.
just had a show about that.
I'm not saying I'm going to completely like when she down complete the pummel her, but until my life ain't in danger no more, yeah, she's a threat.
Listen,
I go treat her just like a man.
I
I'm
feel,
sorry.
to be honest with you,
I'm not enough for.
if you wailing on if you are a chick and you wailing on a guy and like
That's a better.
You deserve whatever comes.
That's a better question for
that's
you.
how I feel.
If a girl continuously hitting on a man,
and you tell him like you,
are you feel it's okay for him to just?
I see a video
react?
on Facebook, and this chick was like, she wasn't much smaller than the dude, and she was wailing on him. He was calm, cool, and collected. He told her to stop a number of times, and he tried hold her like to make her stop. She wouldn't stop. She like everybody was trying to talk to the chick,
video like
and then after about a few minutes of him getting licks, he had enough. He punched her, and I don't even feel like you were wrong.
And I agree.
You had it coming to you because
in that type of situation, I feel if you already made it clear, okay, you being physically with me, you swinging on me and shit like that,
life in danger.
Yeah, to me in general, whether it's man, woman, if you swing on somebody, be prepared for them to swing back. It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. If you're a man swinging on a man,
I completely
be prepared
agree.
for that man to swing back. If you're a woman swinging on a man, be prepared for that man to swing back.
If I'm in a relationship, I don't expect you to lay your hands on me, so I wouldn't do that to you. Like, I don't understand why you feel like
to
that's
me,
necessary.
all bets are off in that situation. You can't tell the man he's wrong because he swing just because you hit him 5 times and that's the equivalent of his 1 punch or something. That's your fault. You should have known that before you're swinging on this person who could hit you with this type of force. But to me, that was a bad assessment or evaluation on your part, and you should be prepared for the consequences. But to me, because of those, those factors, all of that to me is why, as a man, you should still show restraint. Because you know that one swing ain't nothing like those 5 hits she hit you or something like that.
It wasn't even like 5. It was a lot. Like he was standing there.
Yeah, how much it is? Like,
yo,
what if this girl is a professional fighter?
But
you see, that's very like, yeah, that's
why you in a
like.
relationship?
So they people too. They don't need love too, K.
Well, they should like let Ronda Rousey did Kana Woods. If she wants
married
love,
though,
Right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would assume the man is also a professional fighter, so it's equal.
I don't know.
I hope so for you.
I don't know if it's that much again. If it's that much licks, and she only okay. No, for me, if it, in a situation like that, if he hit her once, okay, cool. If he continue, then I find I was going too far. Then I was going too far. I find if it's a one box, like hey, cool the hell out.
It was like then
all right, cool. But if it's like if it's a combo coming after, then that's a little too. If a straight to the hook come after, then all you need is a quick jab.
Would you first punch or slap?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Because you see, a punch is real aggressive, but a slap is real disrespectful.
Right? That is disrespectful. And then if
That
you
sound effect.
Is that a fact that he hot though? It's a fact that you get slapped.
The
right?
world hear it though.
Yo.
Not only that,
There's a
like
proper
the lingering sting from the slap.
Right?
If it's
Like,
a
not
white,
even that
And
it
then the
hurt.
map.
if it's a light skinned person like Kalissa, you gotta worry about it. Like, can't print on your face the whole day.
Bye. Bye.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Quick
Slap-
jab.
I don't think so.
Honestly,
Quick
I
jab,
would,
like-
I would quicker,
I think
I would
quack-
quicker slap
jab.
than punch.
Nah.
Here's why.
I think the go-to would be a
Because
push.
if I break something on
Like,
anybody's
honestly,
face,
if you push or something
No,
like
but
that,
here's the
yeah,
thing: you
push.
could jab them in the torso. Yes, if you slap somebody, it's in the face. Like it's just
Or maybe
nigga
like
don't
quick
commit.
fingers to the throat, like stop it, like stop.
kill people. Just kill people.
Just stop.
You try to kill people.
leave me on the track. This man,
Cut off the
this
air
man
supply.
treating the fight like a fucking dog
They can't
whisperer,
breathe, they
dog.
can't hit me no more. They can't focus more than breathing, they can't swing at me no more.
Yo, you're telling me you're gonna treat the fight like the dog whisperer, dog?
Caesar Milan.
Oh god.
That gotta be the new fight decided the Caesar.
Okay. So I feel like
No, honestly, I think I'll be a king on, but a push or like try to grab them, hold them in some
yeah,
point.
I think that's the. But with a knife, that's hard. I think if someone has a knife, I would just walk away.
What a
I
knife?
would rock.
Yo,
I would
You
walk.
said it could stab you in the back
I would run. I
Pick up
feel
a rock.
like I would run. I could outrun.
like a damn dog.
Okay, I would run.
Shot
I
them?
ain't gonna lie. I would run unless it's my house because then ego would take in would come into my
At that point, you
situation.
pick up projectiles.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, cool,
then
I'm
she
attrition
gets in
at you.
everything. She gets in the chair. She gets in the TV. She gets in the kitchen.
gets
She
it
gets
all.
everything. Anything I could
Kitchen.
pick up, she gets in. Anything I could pick up.
You don't know how
Oh,
the
I don't
campus
know
room
if you
set
picking
up.
up the
guys.
I might have a daughter. She might have a small little kitchen set. She the whole thing
okay,
going with
okay.
it.
So,
The
okay.
whole thing going.
Let's make this the official what to do if your significant other picks up
Nah,
a knife.
we don't have what to do. We have what not to
we all have
do.
our versions. This is
Stop,
Woods'
stop
version.
fucking with crazy people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but you don't
that's
know
number
crazy
one.
until you see the crazy.
No, you could tell it got crazy
There's signs.
signs.
There's
There's
signs.
signs. You know what the problem
There's some
is?
signs.
Some men really
Great
like them some
manipulators.
crazy ass
No, but-
chicks.
No, it's true though.
But some
Some
people are
men
really
really
good
do.
manipulators too, though.
Yeah, we see
Like, you don't
exactly.
get to know
No,
the
but
person.
they don't show you the crazy. Like every now and then it'll come out, so you know the level of crazy.
I would quicker go with a person that I know crazy because the real crazy ones
Yeah,
are the
you
ones
right.
that could blend in
Them
and
the
be
psychopaths.
cool until that moment where everything just
She gonna show you signs, dog. She gonna say you
I
gonna wake
feel
up in
like
the
there's
middle of
people
the
who
night,
see the
sis
signs
watching
and
you.
just ignore exactly shit like
Yeah,
that.
so we all you all see the
You look so
documentary
peaceful
of
today.
this
Crazy.
man the killer.
But
Ted Bundy, not
That was the old thing.
the new one, the one that
The
came
one
out,
that came out on
the
Netflix.
series.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
I started watching, then I fell asleep because I don't care about Ted Bundy.
You see the movie? Or was the movie? I think the movie that came out on
It
Netflix.
just
I
wasn't that
saw.
interesting to me.
Oh, you mean the one with
I
Zac
think
Efron?
Yes.
No.
Again, I started watching it and I was like,
Yeah,
Meh.
same thing as these two.
Okay,
I
then
thought so.
I
yeah.
had put it on
This
in the
man-
background
look,
and still.
I already knew the story, right?
I just talking about this man handsome, and I'm like, this
Look.
nigga, like I don't know what white women into, but like this
Yo,
nigga. That's
maybe-
what I thought
yeah.
watching it. Like,
Yo, man like Carter
I
can
don't
get
see the
woman
super- I don't see
anybody.
the-
But
Carter got talent.
you already knew the ending of the
Good
story,
nigga.
right? I was looking at the movie and I was like, man, I don't think this man.
You don't think he did it?
So you mean to say you was charmed too?
Wait, hold up. The documentary?
No, the movie. Like
With Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I looking at this, it's like,
You were
yo, this man, like,
he a little too pretty.
no, it's not about the prettiness. It's
It's
about
Zac Efron.
how they show the relationship he had with the girl, the one that he was messaging and all the thing, and like he treated her like I knew. But I mean, when I saw the movie, I was really into the movie. I was like, yo, if they do a twist and say like this man ain't do it, I'm like, okay, cool. Alternate ending. I don't understand.
Exonerated.
Nah.
I believe it. Ted Bundy was innocent, right? That's
And
what
what
he said.
I no, for sure not.
Zac Efron as Ted Bundy was
Yeah.
innocent.
But
He win your hand.
what I'm
It
just
was
trying to
blue
say is
eyes.
like some people legit really good actors. Dog.
That's what you were saying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Some
Some people are born actors. Like Ted Bundy could have been a good actor.
Okay.
This man was like
Killing people on the side.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say basically that that's your justification for how you could see it happening, that you end up in a relationship with some crazy chick and you didn't know that she was crazy.
Until you.
Thanks for bringing that in. I kind of forget where that whole point was going.
I feel like that's a little. That's off. You know why? Because Ted Bundy wasn't really crazy with the chick he was with. He was taking it out on other people on the street.
But
so I mean, the science kind. But that's different. I'm talking about when you're in a relationship with a chick, you know she crazy, and who she taking a crazy out on? You, not nobody else on the street. Because he was like a normal ass individual with the her. So I could understand maybe, you know, she didn't see it. But some people are be in a relationship and it is be having red flags all over.
Oh, yeah, but that's different.
And you just ignoring them because she cute or she got a fat ass.
Yeah,
okay, true.
Yeah.
That's why I fall for the nerds, people. It's safe.
That heavy side.
Fall for the nerds.
Nah, the nerds just as dangerous.
Yo,
the nerds
right?
was picked on and bullied and all kind of shit.
They got a lot of pent up anger.
Yeah, the nerds. The
Yo,
nerds.
I had a nerd dog. I wasn't bullied.
Nah, dog. The nerds will make you
You
some
happen
food.
to be that few 1%.
Listen, no, because you see, the nerds know how to poison you and not leave a trace. They're gonna put fucking antifreeze in your damn food, and then you're gonna.
Wait, I talking about like nerds that like just watch comics and stuff.
This sound too specific.
Because antifreeze.
I think we should end this podcast.
Okay.
Antifreeze. In case you didn't know, antifreeze don't really leave heavy trace, like, and you just get like
I wasn't planning on killing
poisoned.
people, so I don't
You just get poisoned like real quick, and also
Welcome
have
to the
a
Link Up
sweet
Podcast episode, How to Get Away with Murder.
antifreeze have a sweet taste to it, so like you could essentially bake a cake, put antifreeze in that bitch, and feed it to somebody.
I don't know if you missed the point I was going to. Why do you know this information? Because that's what I
TV.
say. This seems pretty specific, so it's
A
like
lot of series.
Yeah.
Is a known something.
Yeah,
I
antifreeze
don't know
is like
this.
no, because
you know
even
this?
you
What?
watch a
You don't know
series.
this?
You watch
So
a
3
series.
people out of this room, except the 2 people who seem to whatever show this is, are teaching y'all.
Okay, I don't watch a lot of series.
But even before she do
so
it,
I
when
saw
she
that on
went,
Netflix and I was like,
because I also just watch a lot of
How to Get Away with Murder?
no
CSI.
Also, vinegar is very good to take away blood. Or like if you have blood stains on like walls and stuff like that. Vinegar.
Vinegar is good for everything.
What I was saying, I just watch a lot of
People
the
die.
untold stories of the ER. Yeah, so like a lot of medical shows and stuff like that, and antifreeze is a household item. It like is in a bunch of different shit, and it's very easy to get a hold of. So a lot of people just get poisoned with antifreeze, especially like in a domestic situation. Like the women that just be cooking, putting
and stuff like that. That's what I know.
Yeah, but that's
you see, but you would be able to tell. Antifreeze, you not going to know until it's too late. So a lot of people just poison people with antifreeze.
See, I wouldn't know because I don't have that. I never had that shit in my house ever. At no point, I don't know what the fuck antifreeze smell like, look like, taste
you
like.
probably had a product that had antifreeze in it.
You just didn't know because antifreeze is in a lot of shit, and that's the thing. It's so accessible that is like a good way to like if you wanted to kill somebody,
Just the way to do it.
yeah.
Please.
Especially since it tastes sweet, you would never know.
Everything that you're hearing right now, please don't try it at home.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Please.
we're not encouraging nobody to go there trying to kill nobody.
People out
because
here googling antifreeze.
I don't want to hear that the link up was responsible for some domestic dispute being resolved and somebody dying. Like, yeah, so
I go hold my tongue.
With that said,
how long we going though?
I think we should start wrapping up. We have 57 minutes now, just under an hour. So I think we should start wrapping up. If anybody got any last words they would like for the people to know or hear or anything like that.
Don't touch nobody, child.
Yeah. Don't cook with antifreeze, guys.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear by now.
yes, please, and go vegan, please. Think about the animals.
Also, black men don't cheat.
Hey, alright, I like that one, Rashid. I like that one. Black men don't cheat. We making this a movement. We making this a movement.
You can't cheat if you're not in a relationship.
Fuck Black Lives Matter. Black men don't cheat. Yeah.
Wow.
Bye.
Okay, so
fuck the B2. Nah, black men don't cheat. Yeah.
Changing the narrative.
Half of the people just kicked off.
I agree.
If they make it this far.
So quickly before we completely wrap up, this black men don't cheat.
Oh my god.
Like, what do y'all think about it in the sense of like, is this like, it's something hilarious, but do y'all see this as like a serious thing? Do y'all really feel like people catching on? Is this actually changing any narrative? Is this doing anything?
Well,
Listen, no.
Okay.
It's a fun joke.
Yo,
Yeah,
honestly,
I feel like
okay. If we talking real about it, right now it's a joke.
Yeah.
But
Lil Duval and Charlamagne on the track. talking about
how
me.
I'm not gonna lie,
You
the
hear
song
the
is alright with Lil Duval. Charlamagne should talk. He should not. He should not rap. I'd support the man, but
Brilliant idiots. And
that's not something he should be doing. He had some bars though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't he owned though. I have a feeling it wasn't he
Man,
owned.
say he used to want to be a before he got into radio.
And obviously that didn't work. That's why he went
But
into radio.
I wouldn't be surprised
I don't
if
think
you
you own that
wrote
bar.
a
It's
little
kinda
bit
like,
of
what the
it,
difference
or
between
most of
Charlamagne and
it.
me? Like Joe Budden. Like, I mean,
Joe Budden tried it. He was a little bit more successful, and that's why he went to doing shit on TV and more entertainment wise.
I
But
mean, Joe Budden has way more talent than.
Joe Budden could rap.
Yeah.
anyway, what I was saying is, the joke is funny now, but because of how big I saw it becoming yesterday,
It was like number 5 trending on Twitter. or
it
some
might
shit like
actually
Charlamagne
be
was
an
saying.
actual movement if the reason behind it is what Charlamagne actually said it is. If it's more for something for black men to actually be better towards black women and be better men in general, for the long run, cool, no problem, all for it. I support it. But if it's just for this one day and just to support the song, that is a cool something because they get a whole bunch of people to talk about it. But if it's for what they actually say, I support it. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with it. They say black men never cheated.
Nah.
And Charlamagne is also go on to say,
They say black men don't cheat.
I'm not saying nothing about black boys, and what I'm trying
Hey,
to imply with
exactly.
saying black men don't cheat is that if you are a man, you got to the point where you're done with all the cheating and those type of things. So that's kind of how he
And
justifies it.
The
as-
realest part about that, what I find, what he actually says, is the fact that if he's a man to that extent, you don't leave your desire run your life. So that means you have more control over your desires, so that you don't have to be looking for these chicks all the time and stuff like that. Which, even though it's coming from Charlamagne, it actually makes sense.
Cheating is a choice.
Like, cause to me,
Not only that, lust in general. Once you're a man,
True, Richie.
once you're a man that always caters and
Richie on a mic.
falls in on your desires, you will never accomplish as much as you actually want because you're just thinking about the next fuck.
like that much I agree with. The one part of it that kind of bothers me is that like Charlamagne is the face of it.
And he's known for dogging out his
It's
wife.
like, if you was a long-term, known, faithful guy, then cool. But it's like, that's why you can't help but see it as like a joke thing. Okay, Charlamagne, so it took you 20 years to stop being a boy and finally be a content using your own words and your own logic of what you define a man is and how a man don't cheat, blah, blah, blah. So you was doing it for who knows how long. You and both DJ Envy on the platform, both y'all got scandals, or at least it's public knowledge that y'all was unfaithful to your wife at some point. Maybe y'all got it together now, but it's like, that's my main reason why I can't really fully get behind things. One is like, if a person like Charlamagne is champion this, yes, it's good that you're growing and you don't want to be reminded of your past, but stop talking about this shit so adamantly as if your past was that long ago, nigga. It wasn't. That was my only thing.
But maybe that's why he feel if anybody could do it, if he could do it, anybody else could do it. What?
Yeah, but he don't even know if he could do it. That's
Yeah.
my thing. It's like, nigga,
Maybe-
He could do it until the next time.
Yeah, but then-
out of a 20-year marriage or whole
But then
relationship,
nobody-
how long you been with this chick? You've been faithful for a year. Okay, cool. So now black men don't cheat. It's hardly unfaithfulness or cool.
Yeah,
that
but then
was black boy Charlamagne.
from time you say any quote like that, from time you make any generalization like that,
Which
you
is
know
why you don't.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing of it. The man
Don't
trying.
trust stones if you live in a glass house.
I don't know.
Who got?
What I
think
find
his
was
glass
hilarious
house is already broken.
was when the man put up a picture of Tristan Thompson. And the woman was like, "This is exactly why I can't support this movement." I was like, "Bye." But then under it was like,
He's
yeah,
still a black. He's still a boy. I guess
yeah, he's still in the process of growing. He's still, we still got to support our brother.
But you had seen the article saying that supposedly Tristan Thompson had paid his ex-girlfriend / baby mama, the first one, to stay single while he was with Khloe Kardashian. Like, he paid her over $100,000. So it's like speculation, but I just feel like that's wild as fuck. Like,
That sounds so complicated that I believe it.
right, to
I ain't heard
stay
nothing about that,
single.
It's too random.
Alright, so I guess that's how we end the podcast.
Yeah, we were even going to it no more. Just adding that.
Black men don't cheat. Though.
That's right. How long y'all been faithful?
I support this.
How long are you been
I ain't with
faithful?
nobody, so
Well, I was in a relationship for 6 years, so I've been faithful for 6 years, and then
Faithful? Wait. Oh, you was in a relationship.
for 6 years.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And I was
I thought you said
faithful
you
throughout.
wasn't in a relationship, so you was being faithful. Nah, I thought you was making a joke.
Okay.
It would have been a funny joke.
I heard wasn't. That's what I was.
But yeah, no. But now, yeah, I single, so
You ready to mingle?
yeah, I've been mingling quite a lot. But with that said,
all right then.
I think everybody know
The
that.
self-accusations,
I
but
think it's going on 2 years now that me and this young lady together. At least at sometime later this year, going on 2 years.
have you been single, King? I mean, single. Have you been faithful?
Yeah, man. I've been good.
Yeah, man.
Proud of you.
I've been good.
I mean, even if he wasn't, I don't think this is a place he would admit to
I
that.
mean, I don't think so
Smart
either.
Yeah.
I would hope not.
Yeah. Like, Mans could be doing his dirt, but he about to tell us.
Hey, but at the same time, he's the one that edited it. So even if he did, he could always take it out before anyone. You know, I just say.
even come up in the podcast like, yo,
Why do you listen back to this fucking like, hey, I was gonna be here outro. After Black Men Don't Cheat, you hear music.
But even that's a little iffy now because wifey might walk in while he editing that. That's a little rough.
Nah, you can have headphones. She can hear everything.
Come inside.
Exactly. You see.
Okay.
She didn't even know that footage exists.
Right. Okay.
Nah, look up. You know what? I think we should kill
You
it
gonna get yourself
here.
in trouble.
I think we should
She
kill it
laugh
here.
at all of this stuff, man. I was like, But yeah, people, we've been here for an hour and 5 minutes, and we've been going for 45 minutes, so we significantly over time than what we was trying to do.
Been ready.
So yes, now it's time to wrap up. So I don't think anybody got any last messages. Cause I asked that question already, and then we end up playing Black Men Don't Cheat.
Yeah, you bring it up, man.
Oh, it was
I know.
Richie.
I know. But yeah, peoples, we'll see y'all the next time we link up. Cause we good. We've been here long.
Yeah, bless.
Later,
Peace.
peoples.
Later.
Go vegan.